Welcome to the channel. Strand 5, question number 5. Using the cosine rule, a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. Determine the value of theta in the triangle shown below. So in the triangle over here, this side over here is labeled as capital A. So the opposite side is the small a, 15. Capital B, this side over here is small b, that's 24. Capital C, this side over here is small c, 16. And this is the angle theta that we have to find. So we know the values of A, B and C. Let's try to use the formula to calculate. So the value of A is 15. So the values are A equals 15, B equals 24, C is equal to 16. Let's substitute those values into the formula. So A squared will become 15 squared. 15 squared is equal to 24 squared plus 16 squared minus 2 multiplied by b, which is 24, multiplied by c, which is 16, multiplied by the cosine of the angle A. So using the calculator, the square of 15 times 15 is equal to 225. The square of 24 is 576. The square of 16 times 16 is 256. And then minus the product of these numbers, 2 times 24 times 16 will be is 768. So 768 times the cosine of A. It's a long formula, but if you follow step by step, you won't go wrong. You just have to stay focused. Now the next step, 225 will be equal to, let's add these two, 576 plus 256. So those two add up to 832 minus 768 times the cosine of A. We are finding the value of A, so let's isolate the other numbers. So 832, move it to the left hand side. So what we get over here is 225 minus 832, because it is positive over here. Comes this side, becomes minus. That is equal to negative 768 times the cosine of the angle A, or in other words, the angle theta. On the diagram, you can see that the angle A is the angle theta. So in our formula, we can replace the capital A with the symbol theta. So when we subtract that, we get negative 607. Negative 607, that is equal to negative 768 times the cosine of, instead of A, you can just write down theta, because angle A is the angle theta that we are finding. So now we isolate the cos theta on this side. Negative 768, which is multiplying on the right hand side, goes to the left hand side and becomes opposite. Opposite of times is divide. So negative 607 divided by negative 768. One good thing we can do over here is swap the right hand side and the left hand side, because the variable we are finding appears on the right hand side. Let's bring it to the left hand side for comfort. So cosine of theta will be equal to, take that fraction on the right hand side, 607 divided by 768. Now this fraction has got away with the negative sign, not because it changed the side, because negative over negative gives a positive value. So whether it's still on the left hand side or goes to the other side, it doesn't matter. A negative over negative makes it positive. Suppose we had the negative signs over here, so that changes to a positive. If the numerator and the denominator are both negative, they convert to make the fraction positive. So the theta over here will be equal to cosine inverse of 607 divided by 768. So use the calculator carefully. You have to press shift, cosine, open bracket, 607 over 768, close the bracket, and then press equal. So shift, cosine of 607 over 768, and then you press equal. So you get a long decimal answer. When you get a long decimal answer, what do? Round it off to 2 decimal places. 37.780. So the 0 indicates that we leave the answer as 37.78. So the final answer over here will be 37.78 degrees. There wasn't much hassle in rounding off to 2 decimal places because the third digit was 0. If the third digit is 5 or more, then we increase the second digit by 1. Thanks for watching.